started the recording just so that we have this in case we need to look back at it.
Yeah. Right. So new collection. Yeah, click that and give a collection name. Like the fire basic.
Okay.
Good. And click create. Yep. Good. Then click the close button on the basic fire capability. And click the plus button, the add button.
Right here.
Launchpad. Yeah. Click that. You will see a get here. So click drop down. You can select a different HTTP method: get, post, put, and delete, and patch. This four is what you need in the fire. And so we can select get first.
Yep.
So in the request URL, you can enter the fire endpoint.
Okay. And I had looked up a bunch of fire endpoints.
Yeah.
I can't remember where I documented them this morning, but it might have been in the mail message that I sent. Yes, right here. So you guys, I'm going to just stick this Tanvi and Teresa. I'm going to stick this mail message in to you, so you also have got this collection of
You want to use
endpoints, and we want to probably just use like grams. This one. Is that a good one to start with? I don't know. It says R3. I think we want to have something that's R4.
Yeah. Do you mind to use the MaxMD?
No, we would love to use the MaxMD one. What is this one?
This one. Yes, this.
Okay, back to Postman.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the fire server endpoint. Yep.
Yes. Okay. So now we can have a different endpoint for patients. For example, we want to get all the patients list.
Yep.
So you can put the patient after that.
Yeah.
And click submit or
send.
Yeah, send. Yeah. Okay. Here is all the patients you have.
And this, because you haven't asked for a particular ID, you're reading all of them?
Yeah, you got all of them. So if you want, no, not all of them. Hold on, I will send you the query.
Okay. Just, yeah, stick it in chat maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, here, put in the chat. Okay, here it's chat. Yeah, try this. Yeah, change the patient to uppercase P. Yeah, click send. Yeah, here you get a resource, you get a bundle. Then in the entry, each entry is a patient resource. And take any ID in the entry on the line 24. No, not this ID, not this ID. On line 24. Yeah, 24.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, take this ID. Okay, and open a new tab in the. Okay, you can do here also. So after patient, put slash and add ID. Okay, click send. Then here you will get a particular patient based on the patient ID.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to get something based on some resource, you can do a query.
Yeah.
For example, we want to put a date
Like
of
the
birth.
conditions where the subject is the patient. How do you do that?
Yeah, hold on.
I don't really know. Maybe can you talk us through these parts of the screen? I know
Mhm.
this is the main activity that we're doing right here, and mostly we just need to know about get, post,
put.
put. And the difference between post and put is?
The put and post in Fire, put is a new record. For example, you want to give a new patient, you use put, and the post is the update.
Is an update. Post is an update. Okay.
Do I remember? Yes, should.
And then this is the end point, which is easy enough.
Yeah.
And then what about all of these other pieces in here?
So for the authentication, you can click the authentication. Yeah, you can select different type of authentication. For our file server, we don't need any authentication, but if any server need OAuth, you can click the drop down after the type. Yeah, click that. You can select OAuth 2.0 or different OAuth authentication method based on different file server requirement, or they only use the basic auth. You can click basic auth after that. Yeah, click this.
Is that what we usually use, is just basic auth or no authorization?
For us, it's no authorization. Yeah,
no authorization.
Yeah. Okay. So, and you can you open another tab? I don't want
another tab here.
No. In the Postman.
In Postman.
Yeah. The add button. Now here. Add button after the current window.
This one.
Yeah. Down a little bit. Yeah. And in the launchpad, you see the launchpad.
Here.
Yeah. Here. Add button. Yes. Okay. So change get to post.
Okay.
Okay, and enter, or let me see whether we have some patient for you to test. I'm going to use this one. So example. Yeah, you can use this one. Okay. So go to body, click body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and click row. Select row. Yes, and here you can paste any patient JSON into this field. For example, you want to update a JSON, go back to the previous tab, copy and paste the ID. The ID in the URL.
Just the ID?
Yeah, just the ID, the 21. Yeah, you can copy the whole URL also.
Oh, copy all of that?
Yeah, copy all of that and paste to there. Yeah, paste to here. Okay. Post means you want to update the patient like this. So can you open this? Okay, go back to the previous one.
Yep.
Okay, copy the whole body of this.
Can you just do like Control S for select all? No.
Yeah, Control A. Yeah, Control
A?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Control.
Control A.
Okay.
Okay,
There. Once I'm inside here, I can do Control A. Yep.
Right. And copy.
Yep.
All of this and put in the post. The post
in the body.
content. Yes. Okay, then you can change anything here.
Uh-huh.
For example, you want to change the city.
Do I need to change the ID, or will it change?
No, you can't change the ID. You can't change the ID.
Oh, because it's an update. It's an update.
Yes, it's an update. Update for that patient. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can change
so
anything
we're going
here.
to change this to mail.
Okay.
That's one that I know I can do.
Yeah. So okay, click send.
Send.
Okay, now you will get a response here.
The response comes in the bottom here.
Yeah. Let me see. Issue error, incorrect content type header type. Scroll up a little bit. Okay, here you see the text on top. Yeah, on the right.
On the right.
Just below settings. You see the settings. Yeah, below settings. There's a drop down for text.
Below settings.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah,
Text.
here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, click that. Choose JSON.
Text.
Yeah, JSON. Yeah. Okay. Now click send.
Now click send.
Oh, okay. Here is okay. Sorry, I'm wrong. So here should use the put to the update. Post is the new one. So let's try change the post to put in the method.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, change post to put. Okay, here is the update. Then click send.
And it's JSON. We had to remember that it's the raw is in JSON, and then click send. And now it says
last updated is
generated.
Yeah, and scroll down to the value you updated is on the 53, I think. Yeah, 53.
I just keep going too far. There we go, 53
Yeah,
to male.
see,
Okay, so we updated the patient to be male.
Yeah. Okay. Now is the put method is update. And can you open another
post
tab?
is for new.
Yeah. Post is for new.
Okay, open another tab.
Yeah. Then use copy the URL also.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, paste there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then remove the ID and slash. Okay, and use post. Change the guide to post.
This is going to make a new one.
Yes, and click
Okay.
body. Then click row. Okay, now change text to JSON. Okay, then you can find any patient resource you have, or you can find any.
Let's copy that.
It's better now because it's already have an ID.
But can't we just eliminate? So if I go copy like this, and I go in here and
then remove.
Paste. Oh,
no, not here. Not this one. Okay.
Doesn't like it.
Copy it.
Control A. No.
Click there.
Inside. Control A. Okay. Control A to copy all, and then maybe that's only select all. Then Control C is copy. So here, click inside. Control V to paste. And now, if we wanted to create this one, we're going to say what's different is this is going to be, it will be still a female, but she's going to live in Malden, Massachusetts.
And
that's where she was born. She was born in Malden, Massachusetts. And how can we, when you're making somebody new, what do you do with the ID?
Get rid of that. Remove the
whole
ID.
Field?
Yeah, the whole fields. Okay. Yeah. Now. Okay. Let's try to send. Okay. Now it will give you a new ID here on the file server. Scroll down to the place you updated.
It was their birthplace, Malden, Massachusetts.
Yeah. So this is a new patient.
This is the new patient. And then if we wanted to prove this to ourselves, we can pick up this ID, go to a new tab,
do
a get.
Do a get.
I just need a little placeholder for a second. Hold that ID because I need to always pick up the base URL where we are, and we want slash and then this ID.
Yep.
Right?
Right.
And there is that patient. Okay.
Right.
So how do we do queries? I mean, I guess what we've been practicing is we practice read, we practice post, which is make something new, and we practice put, which is modify something.
Yeah.
But how do you practice a search?
Okay, I will show you how to practice a search. Let me see. Whether I can find you some samples.
So this is just to give some base understanding behind this. Let's try and do a search on condition, for example. So if I was in hl7.org/fire and I look at the resource called condition.
So you want to search a patient or search for a condition, right?
I can search for a patient, I can search for condition. I really was hoping to search for a condition that was, that one of our patients had. So I want to learn how to see how you can look for a condition, but what's important is I want to be able to say, I want to be able to search for a condition where the subject is a certain patient.
Okay, so I already put the link into the chat box. Can open the link first.
Okay. I just wanted to show these guys that for each one of these resources, there are all of these defined search parameters. And so I'm looking for the one where it is the subject search. Who has the condition? So I want to search for a condition where the subject is a certain person. That's what I'm trying to figure out how to do.
Yeah.
And you gave me the answer here, Chung, in the
Yeah, of course. I sent you the link in the chat box. You can click that.
Okay, so here is this.
No, not yet. Open the chat box first. Open the link in the chat box. Yeah.
Oh, open the link in the chat box.
In the browser, right? Okay, here is our Fire ID tool. No, not Fire ID. It's a Fire tool. So here is the search tool. You see the search parameters in the middle of the window. And click that.
Here.
Click now. See search parameters down. Yeah. Click the drop down for language. Drop down. Yes. Click and search for subject. You can type here subject. Yeah. Click that and put a patient resource ID. I think we have the resource ID. You can put any resource ID you want because it will return the language for you, return the result for you, no matter it's valid or invalid.
What would be the resource ID? What would be the resource ID?
This should be the patient ID.
Okay,
Subject.
so like here's a patient that we just made.
Okay, then click search. Yeah, this search. Okay, then you will see in the request, you will see what you need to put in the URL in the Postman.
Who made this tool?
Yan made.
Oh, this is a very important thing. We have to get this. So I'm copying that into my notepad, but if you guys can also see in the chat box right now, Cheng just put this EHR sandbox directmdemail.com, that thing. That's a very important link that we need to put in our cheat sheet to remember. But why does it have condition? I don't think I did the right.
You use the right thing. You want to search the condition, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But how do we get to this tool in general?
Then remove the condition. I will send you in the chat box.
So anytime you use this tool, you just put at the tail end of it the resource that you want to search. Or
you can use the menu bar on the left to select different resources you want to take a look.
So if you wanted to search encounter, you pick encounter.
Yes. And yeah. So let's go back to the condition because we didn't finish that part yet.
Can I ask a quick question? Because I'm a little confused.
Yeah.
So this tool here is used to locate the resource that you're then going to put into the Postman?
Now this tool will tell you if you want to do something and tell you the URL. So I will show you right now. So Lisa, search for subject again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and click that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the resource, put the patient ID there. Okay, no, not here.
Something up. Sorry, I picked something up in my.
Yeah, okay, click search.
Yep. Click search.
Yep. Okay, now you will see the request. See the request?
Here.
Is get this thing and copy this, the whole thing to the postman. Not here, not this postman. Yeah, this postman.
Yeah.
Okay. And paste here. Remove the and pretty equals true.
And the underscore?
Yeah, and sign at the end. Okay.
The ampersand? Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. Now you will see the syntax of the conditional query. Is no matter what you try to search is the condition or patient. After that, use a question mark and then put the parameter you want to put. For example, here is subject. After subject is equals to the value, for example, the patient ID, then put into the after the equal. Then click search, click send, you will get the result. And this will be a empty result because we just put the patient. There is no condition related to that yet.
They don't have any conditions.
Right. So this is the syntax. You can use this syntax for anything you want to search. And if you don't know the syntax, if you don't know what's the parameter's name, or you don't know whether it's a uppercase or lowercase, you can go back to the tool, the fire tool.
The tool that Yen made?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta move this thing out of the way.
Is that right? The last one, last tab. Okay. Then you can click the condition.
Mm-hmm.
Condition, yeah, click this. Okay, for example, you don't know, click the drop down in the search parameter. Okay, so you don't know whether it's a velocity or how it's spelling and whether it's the uppercase or lowercase. You can select here. For example, you select code here, and you can put a system and a code.
What would this be?
So, for example, here you can use a text. Yeah, click. Okay. Go back to the matches. With any system you want. For example, you can put anything 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
That's fine. It's here. Right. Put 1, 2, 3.
But the system should be like, this is where I'm saying SNOMED CT or LOINC or something like that, right?
Yes, but it's just a sample. You can put anything. Then I can show you the request. Yeah. CT. Yeah. And in the code, you can put 1, 2, 3 or anything you want. Okay. You can search. Okay. Now you can get what you want. You need to put in the postman.
But what if that's not the right set of codes? I would swap this out with what is the right code system.
Yes.
And the right code.
Right. You see, it used the pipe to split the system and the code. I don't think because sometimes we don't know how to split all those things. Use what's special characters. Then you can find the answer here. And okay, here is
what is a more common thing that this would really look like? Would this look like the you know when we were working the other day on fixing up code systems to be the temporary code system? If this was one of our temporary codes and temporary code system, would this be a big long thing right here that was the URL for the
URL.
temporary code system?
Yeah, I think so. I remember the system should be the URL. Yeah. Should be the URL path and code.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right.
Mm.
So here is how to do the query.
This is how to do the query.
Yeah.
And the only way, if we didn't have Yen's tool, I mean, this is syntactically not correct. We would still have to fix up the proper way of saying the code system in a proper SNOMED code.
Yeah, of course. This one
We would have to fix that up, but this gives us the basic framework for
yes.
How to do the search on condition, question mark, and all of this stuff.
Right.
And then you always take off the underscore pretty equals true.
Yeah, and the and sign.
And the ampersand, yep.
Yeah, right.
Okay, and then the complexities of understanding these. So I'm just going to check and see if the documentation teaches me any of what we just did. So in here, we were trying to do a place where condition had a certain code. So the fire documentation on code, you use a token. 13 resources. I just wonder if this gives you any examples. Here's common parameters, some information on searching, code, token. It doesn't really, in the documentation, it doesn't really tell us too much about how to do this.
Searching. It's searching for more information about searching it. Yeah, okay. Now here, summary table. Member token. Anything else? Can you search for code?
Here's a couple of examples.
Yeah.
Patient, where the ID is 23.
Yeah, it's the same one as the /23. Yeah, code system. You see, it's a URL, and the code is the code.
Where do I see that?
In the box, search for all condition resources with the tag. You see that?
Search
Yeah,
parameter right here.
Right, down a little bit. Down. Down. Yeah, here you see the system, and the code.
And a code.
Yeah, it's the same one. The difference is they use JSON and you put in the URL. So the format of the system is the URL.
I didn't see underscore tag, though, in our syntax.
Underscore tag. So in our syntax, yeah, they use the tag to match all the conditions, but you can also use the code to match this condition. It's the same thing.
I think this is different with this underscore tag.
Right, because it's searched in the meta element, but the code system should not be in the meta element.
Right.
But the syntax is the same. So it used the system is the system is
right. We're looking at, we want to search on code rather than searching on underscore tag.
Okay, so you go down to the code part.
Token. We need more examples, I think. Get.
Yeah, you
Patient,
see
where the
now
identifier is this.
the last two. Yeah, here we go.
Condition, code. Here's one.
Yeah.
So in this example, this matches what you just showed us.
Right.
And the code system is http://whack-acme.org/conditions/codes. And then the code that we're looking for is HA125.
Yes. And you can change to your own system and code after you do your own search.
And what's the difference between this one?
The difference is the first one provides a system, which means you search the code only in this system. The second one will match the code only, no matter it's in maybe they have
no matter what system it is in.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Search for any place where the text is headache.
And you see the in, you see the code in.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's different. So in is in a range, and below is also a range, and only the equals is the match. So you can have different method to search.
Where's the value set? So this is the value set. Search for conditions where the code is in a particular value set. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we got to learn how to do searches. That's for sure. And maybe after we master the amount that you just taught us today, we can later try and figure out how to do some more complex searches where it brings back multiple resources that are related together.
Right.
Okay. We'll try and master the amount that you have showed us right now. Make sure that we can get back here and get in and do some basic things like this ourselves, and then we'll follow on from there. Okay.
Sure.
Good start. But thank you very much for that, Cheng.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Yep. Bye.
Okay, ladies. This I'm going to stop the recording. Thank heavens I recorded that, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so
that's complex. Yeah.
it is very complex, and learning how to use this tool is something that we are going to master, because it is the basic capability that is going to give us, like, what would you call it? Like the manual, the power to do steps rather than only relying on the computer to do it. It's the manual way of cranking the crank. And so at Connectathon, if we're having trouble with something fancy in a particular step where we want someone to be able to move a consent resource from here to there, and they don't know how to do it, we're going to say, well, can you query the system for the consent resource? And they're going to say, what? How do we do that? And we are going to know by next Wednesday, we are going to be able to know how you would go about querying the consent resource. And this is just going to be, how do we figure out how to, get to a FHIR server? That was the basic stuff of connecting to it. How do we see a resource and that is available, or how do we put one on there so that we can then retrieve it? Put it on and take it back, put it on and retrieve it, so that we have some sort of control to be able to demonstrate that something can go onto a FHIR server and come off from a FHIR server. That's going to be just the basic steps of what we want to try and do. Now, I recorded what Cheng just did, and I will turn that into a YouTube video and give it back to you guys as soon as I have my next break to be able to do that. But that's what the next time that we get a gap of time together, or you guys can play with it before there and see if you can learn to do any of it yourself. If you're totally stuck, then the next time that we have together, we'll work on this again together. And we are going to figure out how to make Postman work for us with these basics. You know, this was hard for me. This simple amount was hard, but we're going to get this sorted out so that we can do this. Okay?
I'm glad to hear. All right, my head was swimming. The Happy tool, that's a separate but very useful addendum to Postman, yes?
Yes. Just store that. Did you grab that URL? Just store that URL in our stuff. I sort of understand what it is. It's some special tool that Yen wrote for the guys to help them out. And we'll worry about how do we learn how to use that. But that's something different. That's something extra. We'll figure that out.
But that does
right now. I'm going to add you to all those my yellow and orange meetings, so that over the course of the rest of this week, you'll come to all of our meetings and just keep observing. And next time that we have a chance to meet together, which I think is tomorrow, we'll sort out what did we just learn today? What was the point of why would we need Postman? Why do we need to do this? I'll answer all your why questions tomorrow.
Okay. Actually, I have a staff for Wednesday, not tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Not
I don't have for tomorrow either.
Nothing tomorrow. Let's see when's our next chance to talk.
So Wednesday.
Wednesday. All right. So I do have a time opening tomorrow between 1 and 2:30. Do you want to try and talk here to reinforce so we don't have so far to go before we try and make sense of the Postman stuff again?
Yeah, that's good for me.
You know what? It's not good for me. I have something going on tomorrow afternoon.
Okay. All right. Well, then maybe, Tanvi, how about if you and I we'll just meet. We'll try, and by then we'll play the recording back. We'll see what we can figure out and just feel our way through.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep. And anything that we can learn, then we'll be one step further ahead when we'll come back, teach Teresa. This is how we'll just make our strength from we don't know what we're doing to being stronger.
So can you just record that and then you can save it?
Yeah, I recorded what Cheng just taught us, and we can make more recordings tomorrow when Tanvi and I try stuff too. We'll just keep collecting those so we have them.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
I wrote some stuff on the. I wrote some things on the slides, some tips and tricks. So whatever I gathered today. So I hope that's helpful.
Good. All right, we'll figure it out. All right, thanks, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.